Hello everyone and welcome back to my Skyrim character build video series. This time around we're going to look at a class setup or a character build named the Dragon Slayer, which as the name suggests is a warrior type class or character, and the difficulty of this one is pretty easy. It's a plain old basic sword and shield type setup, so you're not really left vulnerable to enemy attacks or anything like that. You're pretty well protected all around. And if you watch this video and you like the sound of this character building and decided that you'd like to go with this kind of character throughout your whole game, then the races you might consider are Redguard, Orc or Nord. All these races have additional warrior type skills right from the start, including one-handed, smithing and heavy armour. So I'm sure you've guessed by now by the name, but the general gist of this character build is just to have some fun going dragon hunting and murdering lots of dragons. So let's get started. So first up, let's take a look at the weapons and apparel that you'll need for this Dragon Slayer character. As you can see by both the shield and the apparel, we're going with some dragon bone armour. Nothing screams Dragon Slayer more than walking around with the bones of your dragon victims as a badass looking outfit. Get to work slaying those dragons, collecting those bones and scales and leveling up your smithing to be able to build yourself a nice set of complete dragon scale or dragon bone armour. It is the dragon bone armour we want to go for. Dragon scale is the light armour, whereas the dragon bone armour is the heavy armour. So dragon bone armour, you'll need a selection of dragon bones, a couple of leather strips and a few iron ingots here and there. Dragon bone armour is probably on par with Daedric armour as the best armour in the game, although the materials you need to collect for your dragon bone armour are much easier to come by. And of course the whole theme of Dragon Slayer and having a nice outfit of dragon bone armour really fits in perfectly with this kind of character build. As for the weapon, we're going to go with quite a unique weapon found in the game called the Dragon Bane. You find this weapon up in the Skyhaven temple while you're completing the Alduin's Wall quest as part of the main quest line. You find it on a table off in a side room somewhere. The reason we've gone for this weapon is it has a unique magic ability or enchantment which gives you extra damage against dragons, so again it fits in perfectly with the theme of this character. Combine this Dragon Bane weapon with your Dragon Rend shout and you'll have a complete arsenal to fight off those dragons. So moving on, let's take a look at some attributes and skills we want to level up if you want to continue working with this kind of character build throughout your gameplay. So as you level up, you get to feed extra points into your magicka health and stamina. Being a warrior type class, we don't really need to work on our magicka too much, so we can reserve those points for health and stamina. We're going to be using that awesome dragon bone armour, so we don't really need too much in our health slot because we've got that extra protection from the armour. So I'd stick most of your points into your stamina just to be able to give you that extra stamina to be able to do extra power attacks and just keep on hacking away at those dragons. As you level up, you also get various perks you can add to the different skill constellations. The 4 skills you'll want to level up to maximise on this kind of Dragon Slayer character is Smithing, One-Handed, Block and Heavy Armour. Smithing is by far the most important to level up in order to get that Dragon Bone Armour, and I'll post a link to a little shortcut you can make use of over on IGN's channel. It basically involves just spending a couple of hours just smithing away, making iron daggers and selling them back to the various blacksmiths in exchange for iron ingots. By the time you've made about 500 daggers and switched between the various blacksmiths in Whiterun, you'll soon leveled up your smithing tree to be able to forge all types of armour, which is really handy, so it just saves you having to wander around the world trying to find stuff in chests and pick things up off dead bodies. So the basic process is head up to Whiterun. We've got the War Maidens where you can buy your iron ingots. You can probably find about 20 at a time. Buy all the iron ingots, all the leather strips, then wander outside and talk to the lady, Avanishi's wife, who also has plenty of stuff for sale. Buy all the iron ingots and leather strips from her, then head up to the top of Whiterun near the Dragon's Reach Palace, and you'll find another blacksmith up in the Skyforge where you can buy lots more iron ingots and leather strips. Then it's just a case of using the forge, making those iron daggers time and time again until you level up your smithing to 100. So once you've done that, you'll be able to then unlock the perk tree to level it right up to Daedric and Dragon Bone Armour. And don't forget, once you've made your Dragon Bone Armour with those Dragon Bones and Dragon Scales, you can also drop it on the workbench to improve it even more to make it legendary. So as for the other skills, it's basically one-handed. We're using a one-handed weapon being the sword, so the more you level this up, the more prolific you become with this weapon. Similarly with block, you're using a shield, so increase the block tree to get more protection when defending against those attacks. And likewise with heavy armor, we're using dragon bone armor, which is the heavy variant of dragon armor. Stick as many perks as you can into this tree to at least unlock the Juggernaut perk, which gives you extra protection when you're using all pieces of the armour from boots to gauntlets to helmet and of course the main armour. So that's it for my Dragon Slayer class. Give it a try and happy dragon hunting. If you enjoyed this video or learned anything new, please drop me a thumbs up to help share the video and information with others, just to give my videos a little bit more widespread exposure. If you want to stick around for more of these fun Skyrim character builds, subscribe so you don't miss out on future uploads. So thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you all later.